Boys and girls, welcome back, my friends and family. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing. So a little bit of a follow up of what happened, what we've talked about yesterday. Um, the lows coming in. This local low on the RSI did get broken, and on top of that, gets paired up with a lower low on the price action. So there's quite some stuff to talk about there. Then there's also the long term that we're gonna have to start looking at, especially the weekly. Weekly looking very problematic. But yeah, more of that right after the intro. All right, welcome, my friends. So, before we continue, I would like to remind you that YouTube has some sort of function that allows you to show your appreciation towards a content creator, and it's called a like button. It looks a little bit like a thumbs up, and when you hover over it with your mouse and you click on it, then you your appreciation to said content creator. So yeah, have it your way. Just segueing it in the talk. So on another note, let's talk about what is happening here. What is happening here? I've been looking at quite some media, social media, doing its thing, of course, saying like, "Oh no, it's just a little pullback. It's a normal correction. Bitcoin does that. Bitcoin does that." Well, yeah, Bitcoin does that like once every 3 to 4 years. Well, no, maybe a little less, but yeah, 3 years more or less. Like, look at this market cycle over here. Once the cycle really got broken, once the structure got broken, um, it's game over, you know. So I suspect we are in a similar situation right here. Does this mean that Bitcoin is going to go down to zero straight away and it's game over? Let's quit cryptocurrencies. For a whole, it was fun. Everybody bought the top and we sold the bottom. We're like we're real crypto enthusiasts, are we? No. It's not game over, now becomes the other part of the game. Shorting is fun. It's just the other side of the spectrum, right? Also, there are some other hedging opportunities and stuff. A bear market is often the most important part of the whole market cycle. So number one is the slope down. The slope down is going to be quite impressive. If you know how to short, if you're on a leverage trading platform, then yeah, don't hesitate. We're gonna be looking for short positions during this whole cycle down, and then after while we're at it, it's also always a good opportunity to look for some new long-term investments that could actually potentially do really well in the cycles, because you can't deny it. Even though the party doesn't last forever, which is perfectly normal, we are getting more and more mature every market cycle. The prices get higher, which means that more people are becoming aware of Bitcoin. More people are becoming aware of these cycles. More people, as these numbers grow, of course, this chart is going to keep making these rising jumps every cycle. But for now, we have to accept it. Don't be sad. You were in it, and if you were in it from the beginning, during this entire pandemic, for Christ crying out loud, then you have been you have been You have been laughing your way to the bank, right? Gerardo, tell me it's over. Yeah, it's not over. It's not over. It's just, it's just part of the entire structure of economics, especially crypto economics. It's what happens. It's the way it goes, because there's no outlet. So the hype begins, goes crazy, goes ballistic. Then your celebrities are hyping the shit out of it. I think here was what's his name. John McAfee doing its thing, then prices went down, little attempt to hump, second retest of the lows, actually creating a higher low confirmed on the RSI, and then finally once the new highs were in, and especially once the all-time high got broken, this is where the whole thing broke completely loose. So yeah, this is usually the way these cycles go. Um, uh, oh my God, Gerardo, you took a long too soon on Matic. Oh my God, didn't expect a lower low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Always be careful trying to catch those lows. Like, this is why I keep repeating it. Once we start breaking the mid, the slope down of the structure, this is where you don't want to really, really be holding on to too many longs. And once you start breaking the prior lows and you're also starting to see confirmation on the RSIs, this is where you really, really want to just stay away from anything until you see this little bunny hop. This, okay, this is a weekly chart. It's not going to really work on a weekly chart, but on the 1 hour chart you can start getting it a lot better. Those three lows in a row, followed by higher lows and stuff. This is where you want to be looking for the confirmation where the price action is going to be making a higher high break, the last bump on the RSI and on the price action as well. And this is your signal. This is your entry. This is your confirmation. And you enter a little bit because there might still be a second bump where you might enter again. Okay, but always wait for those confirmation signals. This is why I keep talking about these things, because you need those, or your prior assumption is not valid. It's not valid until it's been validated. I know it sounds stupid and redundant, and like, what use does it have? Because we cannot get the ultimate bottom. Well, this is what I've been saying all the time. It's impossible to get the ultimate bottom, but if you get the bottom, the big picture bottom, this area, how good would that be? That's you could get, like, at the very least, let's say that this is the bottom, that right here we start to have this little confirmation that I showed you right over here, about, let's say 35,500, and price goes up to, let's say here, 55,500, something like this. Bam. Then you did yourself a 66% profit. Oh, not bad, right? And who cares? Who cares about this little mediocre piece at the bottom? And who cares, about this piece here? If price really breaks through, there is going to be a retest, because there is going to have to be a confirmation, and you can long again, and bam, you're off to the races again. But always, look for where those confirmations might be given, and wait for them. Especially wait for them. It's so important. Cool, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. So, nonetheless, this today I feel it, guys. I feel it, guys. I think today we might be looking at this confirmation area that we have been talking about, and it's sitting somewhere right over here. I'm gonna measure it out, and maybe zoom a little bit so you can follow a little bit better. Yep, there we go. It's this one. That's the one. All right, so we're gonna look at the RSI levels. Uh, oh, Gerardo, did you lose a lot on that last trade? Because every coin out there, every project, everything in crypto is red. Everything, like everything. Like there's almost no exception today. It's looking bad. Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna measure this off, and then we can talk a little more. Let me see. We get 38.2. Oh, 38.2. And this would be good at 33 point 33,171. Something like this. Um, let me see. Let me see. Something like this. Okay, this is number one, and then we have number two, 6, 9. Thirty. Go. Big lump here at 1,000. This is them up. Okay, so as you can see, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be pretty. And I don't even think it's going to be possible for the price to make a break for the upside in one go. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of retesting the bottoms before actually happening. So there's time. This is the good news if you want to look for the long position. And why is the long position potentially the good shot here? Because nothing goes down forever. Even if we are hitting a downtrend, nothing goes down forever. Eventually, the price is going to start turning, and there is going to be a little bit of upward momentum before it gets stopped out, and we go for the next lower low. And this is why it's good to look at how these cycles played out on the past in the past. And we've been having that same kind of pattern. It comes down, hits the EMA, what is it, the 144 over here, then retests it, makes a new high, ultimately just to start, finally, just to start tumbling down and going for the big one. So this is right now what I'm waiting for. Waiting for this last attempt to break up. Well, honestly, maybe we did it a little back in. Yeah, I don't know which one of these bumps would be the right analogy, but it doesn't matter. My point actually stands. It's not the price is not gonna keep tumbling down forever. It's going to find some support, push up, find some resistance, and then tumble further. And this is the same cycle that we are going to follow on the way down. And this is how you want to be shorting. So if right now you really 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 want to add a little bit on your funds so you have more money to short, well, sure, by all means, you could start looking for a long position. But again, be aware of the danger because this is again trading against the trend. Right now it looks like the trend is going to be to the downside. So potentially, if you want to trade along with the trend, you should be waiting for the short opportunity. Okay, so this is more or less what I wanted to say. On the long term, we just saw the EMA 144 get tested. So yeah, is it going to hold? Is it going to retest the EMA 44 like what happened in the past over here? Time will tell. Time will tell, but potentially me right now, switching off the long button, I'm turning on my short button, and I will be hunting for shorts. For now, until of course further notice, and something tells me in the charts that this structure could actually peak some more volumes and have some more oomph under its belt. This is the world of cryptocurrencies. Everything is possible. So yeah, Gerardo says stuck in a long liquidation price is 0.62. Do you think it'll take me out on Matic? Let's have a look at Matic. Let's have a look at Matic. Matic. So you're talking USD or BTC pairing? Because you know what, I'm going to look at both. I'm gonna look at BTC first, and oh yeah, okay. So honestly, honestly, you could have done worse. But yeah, the liquidation is real. What's the bottom gonna be like? Right now, the next area of support is this one over here. I'm just doing some rough work. Not really going to it. Unless of course, you do see something like this happen, where the RSI does something like this. These local bullish divergences, and then breaking the last local high as a confirmation. This could be your signal that it's going to go further up. But yeah, this looks like a top. This looks like it peaked. Honestly, I don't want to sound too negative. That yeah. Oh. You know what the funny thing is? On the daily chart, this thing is still looking healthy. There's no bearish divergence on the daily chart. On the other hand, on the 10-hour chart, there is. So probably somewhere along the way, there is going to be a bottom. I think somewhere along the way, I don't think this thing is going to go down to shit, but it's not going to be pretty. And yeah, I don't know how long you're going to have to wait before you can get your money out. So, wait, you got in at, oh, your entry was 1.17, somewhere over here. And that's actually, yeah, that's actually more or less the range. That's more or less the price that needs to get broken um, to confirm that this thing is going to turn around. On the 5-hour chart, don't really see anything yet. Let's go down to the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart could start looking promising in some way, especially because right here there is this big volume node. But yeah, then again, if that volume node doesn't hold, it's down to the 40 cent per token. And that's your next level. Actually, basically, this thing completely pulled back until the big volume. Is this going to be the bottom? It could be, but don't forget that this is a USD pairing, and the USD pairing is going to fall in line with what BTC is doing. If Bitcoin is going to make a little push to the upside, then yeah, this could come up together with it. But it's really tough to do technical analysis on a chart that is influenced by something very, very close and related. This is why I prefer to look at the BTC pairing, just because it makes more sense to me looking at it from that perspective. And the crazy thing is that both charts actually look alike. Basically, you would be thinking like, oh, BTC is not doing anything, it's just Matic. And if you look at Matic, yeah. So yeah, same thing, and actually here it's even more visible. Let me show you this local high here and here on the RSI is just been broken. Okay, that was not the prettiest line. So this means that your point of validation will be right over here at 3,285 satoshis on the BTC pairing. It's perfectly doable. It is doable, and then the next area of resistance would be at 3,600. Then maybe potentially coming down a little bit for some support, and then building up some more momentum. It is perfectly possible. Yeah. So then we have there is too much long positions on BTC USD long, so the bottom is probably not here. Could be. I'm not using what's this called, exo charts anymore, and those footprint charts. They got like too confusing. Basically, it didn't really matter to me. It didn't change anything in my trading style. So yeah, I found it obsolete. But I used to look at these things a lot as well. Yeah. Gerardo says, I hate myself. It's it takes me out of my savings. Is gone, and I'll be left with nothing. I didn't think it would go like this. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, never ever go too crazy with your investments. Personally, me too. I think my portfolio is like 80% cryptocurrencies, which is considered to be super stupid. It's I'm a big believer, and I think we are still very very early stage right now. I'm looking a lot at the evolution of DeFi because this is going to be the next step forward. Ethereum was a good testing platform, but the problem is that it never could really grow to what it was, what it should be, because of being so expensive. You can't really have your funds be super liquid there. You put them, it's like really long-term staking, because it's so freaking expensive. But no, no, I'm looking at the real progress and evolution in DeFi. Think this is going to be the big kicker that's going to make cryptocurrencies more usable. And it doesn't mean that there won't be other coins to trade. No, this plethora of thousands of cryptocurrencies makes it so beautiful. Makes this market so difficult to control. You can control maybe one little segment, but what happens to all the others? So I just love it. Yeah, I've been a big supporter of cryptocurrency since the early beginning. But back to the charts. Back to the charts. Let's have a look at the dollar. Dixie Dixie Doodle. Well, no, actually, there's nothing to say because basically it's the same chart from yesterday. The markets are closed. Same thing for E-mini futures. Markets are closed. We have our ranges. Let's see what happens. 4,182 needs to be broken for E-minis. And for the Dixie, we are stuck between 90.27 and 81.70. And these are your ranges. So let's see. Gerardo says, when BTC crashed to 29,000, look where Matic bounced super hard on that blue line. Back to Matic. Look at Matic. Go. Yeah, May 21st. Oh. But Gerardo, this is what this is why I said, like, if you think you are spotting a potential, like the makings of a bullish divergence or a bottom, try to think about what the confirmation signal would be to give you the green light to assume that, okay, this is a bottom. Okay, and maybe make a first confirmation, a second confirmation, a third confirmation, because you want to scale in your order, go in really in chunks, because you don't want to get caught. Like your first one is your most risky one, it can get burned. Your second one already has been confirmed a little bit, and then your third one is like the ultimate confirmation. There you can really add big and make big money. You need to think in form of a strategy, like set yourself up for success. Don't think about being fair to the market. There is no such thing as being fair to the market. It's either you're a smart strategist with your money, or you're a prey for the market itself. Don't be too generous, giving your money to the market and putting it out there. Make sure that you are always waiting for that confirmation. And I keep hammering it out there. Like, I keep repeating it in my videos, like, this looks like this, and what would your confirmation be? Bam. And like, do like I do. Take the pencil, take the marker, and then try to imagine, try to draw, like, okay, what happens if it breaks above here? Okay, we have this line up, and maybe it comes down a little bit. There's like more volume here. There's going to be more volume here as well. So it's going to come down, then here, and then if this comes up, Maybe this could be a little bit of a position to add, a little bit. Let's see what happens just slowly. And then if this one gets broken, this is where we can add on the breakout again. And on the way down, this is where we can add a lot more. So be a strategist. Wait for the right time. It will take away a lot of nerves and of guessing. Um, so yeah, Gerardo says he did DCA, but guess they were always gonna crash it super low all along. Well, yeah, DCA is good, but DCA, what does DCA mean? It means like, oh, the price is coming down. Yes, I'm buying. Oh, the price is down a lot more. Wow, yeah, I'm buying. Oh, it went up a little bit, but I didn't sell. Okay, or maybe I sold a little bit. It's good. It's good. Then the price is coming down. Yes, I'm buying. It's coming down more. Yes, I'm buying. Oh, it's coming down more. Yes, I'm buying. Like, how far are you gonna keep buying? You have to set a stop. You have to set a stop. Like if I would look at this thing here, I would say like as long as the higher low structure is in, yeah, sure, I will be buying on the way down. But here this crashes, I'm done buying. I'm finished. I'm finished buying because this once a prior low gets broken, then you always are gonna have to wait for this bullish divergence and the breaking of the prior high. Always. It always, always, always comes. It's like clockwork. So you really, really need to condition yourself. Like this was the last low. As soon as the price starts to drop below, hands off. Okay, hands off. And this is where you want to really wait for this to happen and then buy on the way down. Then you have your first position. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna wrap this up for today. More on everything tomorrow. I like talking about strategies and stuff. This is where a good trader outshines a good technical analyst. Strategies, having heaps of strategies up your sleeve, and knowing how to handle the market. You handle the market. It's crazy bull, or it's a mad bear. You can be mauled around, or you can just ride it and handle it. But it's a man's sport. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow. On that note, I wish you guys a very pleasant rest of the day, rest of the evening. Very, very happy start of the week. Tomorrow is Monday. Yee for everybody who does have to work, and wahaha for everybody who does not. Try to make the best out of it. It's crazy times. It doesn't matter, and the crazy times reflect also in the markets. So yeah, crazy markets, crazy money makings, crazy money losings, or crazy savings. Everything is possible. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Same charts, same channel. I'm going to try to be there at the same time, but no promises there. I'll do my best. Anyhow, I wish you guys a very, very pleasant evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Yes. No, Gerardo, don't be too sad. Don't beat yourself up. You're not the first one to make first good profits in the bull market and then on the turnaround, because this is the turnaround. And this is where a lot of pockets get wrecked. Um, just, try to take the best out of it. Matic, I'm pretty sure it's going to come back up and get out as soon as you see a little bit of hesitation. Get out, and then we're just gonna keep doing the same thing, but in reverse. It's the same thing, waiting for the local high to pop and short it, and then just letting it ride. As soon as it makes a new lower low, then at least you take some profit, and then on the way down, as it starts to lose momentum, take more profit, and when it goes up, we rinse and repeat. This is the secret of making money. Don't tell anyone. Cool. So yeah, don't worry too much. Gerardo will get out of it. It's part of the cycle. I've been in cryptocurrency since 2014, and if you could know how often I could have been a multimillionaire, it's not even funny to say these things. I'm doing good now, but yeah, I paid my tuition a very, very steep price. But nonetheless, things happen. Happy the way things turned out. Gets me to do the things that I do now, and this is awesome. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. See you tomorrow. Have a great day, and yeah, same chart. Be careful, and if you have any kind of problem, don't worry about. Send me an email on the on the website, or leave a comment in the comment section. I always cool. Thank you, and bye.